We rolling? Live? Coming at them? Hello, YouTube audience. Where are we? What are we doing today? What's going on? Little road trip this morning. We got Mitchell behind the camera. We're on a little trip. Doing something I have not... Going to a place I've never fished before. It is late January, early February now, and one thing that you see happen all over walleye country on the ice is generally that bite starts getting pretty tough by the end of January. The only real good thing that happens this time of year is you get the opportunity to fish some places as ice expands, specifically Great Lakes fishing. We're going somewhere where I have no experience. Never been on the ice, never been in a boat here. We're going to some areas of Lake Michigan that are rumored to have some ice and some walleyes. Now, this trip is going to be a lot of trying to figure stuff out. It's not a trip where, like, you go here, you're hoping to catch 20 walleyes a day. Is that possible? Probably. I don't even know. But really the goal is to, like, tangle with a few big daddies, a few big mamas. Golden Clearwater beauties is the goal here. So it's already way too late in the day. It's about 10 a.m. right now. We were kind of torn on if we were going here, if we were going somewhere else.
His license plate says Bassin.
He's got a Bassin's plate. Nice. Bassin Packers plate. But the goal for today is literally just to get a couple of fish. To get our feet on the ice, drill some holes, find a few walleyes. Multi-day trip here, so we're hoping to, like, build on the information in which we collect day after day. But the goal for today is pretty simple. Drive to destination, stop at bait shop, harass them for information, get on ice, check ice, all these Great Lakes things, you always got to check a bunch of ice and hopefully catch some fish at some point. So stay tuned. We got a full day ahead of us yet. Fingers crossed. Couple of fish by the time the sun goes down today. Big, fat, sassy, golden, dark back Clearwater beauties. Oh. That gets me excited.
Tom, how you doing?
Did you blow away yet?
No, surprisingly enough, nothing moved last night, at least not in the basin where we're fishing.
Really?
It was honking pretty good.
Yeah. Is it still blowing like crazy?
Today it's not. Tonight it's going to, and all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be beautiful.
So you're thinking, like, if that stays, it looks like the temps are a little warm, but hypothetically, let's say, like, it stays today, it stays tomorrow, then you'd be good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm planning on it being good fishing. Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. I'm going to try to get there Thursday night or early Friday morning, even if I'm driving through the night. So I appreciate the intel. If anything changes, let me know, I guess. Otherwise, yeah, I'd love to see you for sure Friday morning. That's not where we're going. This has been one of those weeks I've been trying to get on 3 different big water things. Lake Superior, I was trying to do a lake trout thing. Got pounded with snow. There was nowhere near as much ice as I thought there was. This other place, it's just been crazy wind like the last week, basically. We came out of that 30 below stuff and it just replaced it with 25 degrees and 40 mile an hour winds every day. It just wreaks havoc on Great Lakes ice. So it's kind of been like this song and dance of, like, where are we going? What's the ice look like? How many people do I know that are in that area that can go check ice? And eventually this morning I just got sick of waiting around. So that's why we're going to where we are now. But it sounds like later this week I might be on some other thing on the Great Lakes chasing fat, sassy ones. It's the song and dance of doing YouTube for a living. And just being a fish head when you just want to get on fish all over the place. This is my first time here. Is there a boat landing like right over here or something real close where you guys are get on the ice? Or is it kind of ice is a little spotty down there?
We're going up just down the river, but a lot of guys are going from here and goes down.
Okay, we'll do that then. You just do 2 dozen, I guess, as long as you're in here. Then I don't have to see it again tomorrow morning because we're gonna catch a lot of fish.
Oh, okay.
Well, guys, we got bait. Had a little bit of an issue finding a boat landing, but then we saw a guy driving around with a side-by-side, and we're like, let's follow this guy. And then we saw all these burnouts on the road, and I was like, oh, that's a sure sign that some greasy ice fishermen have been here.
That's true.
So here we are. We are at the lake. seeing people walking. See a trailer with a 4-wheeler still on it, but the dude's in his truck. I see a guy with a side-by-side here.
Yeah, it looks like a...
I'm assuming you can drive a machine. Oh, there's tons of shacks out there.
Yeah, but where are they getting on the water?
Right here. It's supposed to be like a freebie spot. This guy definitely knows what's going on. He's got stickers all over his stuff here. Maybe we'll get some information from him. He looks like he knows what's up. Stay tuned, folks. We have reached our destination. Well, folks, we made it. We actually got lucky. We were looking for a boat ramp. We weren't even sure where one is. A lot of times we come here with very little information and we kind of piece it together as we go. We met a very friendly gentleman here at the boat landing where I was like, is there walleyes in this neck of the woods? And he's like, oh yeah, there's some walleyes here. Told us a little bit about ice conditions, told us a little bit there's a crack out there you got to cross, and kind of confirmed my suspicion that probably wasn't going to catch like 50 fish. Much more looking for like a few good ones. So we're in the right spot. And now we got to go out in the lake, probably check a little ice, probably poke around a little bit, see if we can't find somewhere to set up. We have like no time left in the rest of the day because we drove all day, we were here late, we had other plans, now we're doing this. So it's the old-fashioned song and dance today. At some point you got to be safe and check the ice. It's almost a little more bare ice than I thought, but a lot of times on these real big bodies of water, you just blows the snow right off. Well, more than enough for a sled. It's probably dang near a foot of ice, Mitchell. This little lighthouse, look at this scenic day. Ore docks in the background, lighthouse. That's how you know you're on big water and you start seeing like shipbuilding places. There's really not a lot of people out here, is there? Maybe there's not a lot of people out here because the fishing's not very good. Or maybe we're going to find a whole bunch of fish to catch. So obviously anytime you're breaking down big water, we got just kind of like a whole bunch of deep stuff going on here. I kind of pre-plotted some potential locations. This kind of looks unique. You kind of got like a little bit of a pinch point here, big corner that comes out. It's only 1.7 miles away, which is a quick rip on a sled, but we just want to be semi-careful and kind of check ice a little bit as we go. Big point that comes out, tight channel. A lot of times you'll see less ice in those spots because of current, so we will check it as we approach. Might be two people way down there. It's weird, there's guys fishing right by the ramp. Now nobody's like out here on this big structure. It's at least 10 inches ice. Get no snow on it, can make ice fast. There's been no good satellite pictures. That's how we like to find good ice a lot of times. And it's been so cloudy, windy, or so cold that these open water will steam and you can't get a good satellite picture. So it's been hard to tell what's frozen and what's not. It was a lot easier than I thought that was going to be. Why is there nobody within miles of us? I don't know. Are we on a bad spot? These fish all like sit on a shoreline.
I don't know, could be.
I kind of got big neck down here coming off this big giant point behind me and a big flat that runs out this way with a big massive point that hooks right here. It's kind of weird not to see like any ice holes. This is what you deal with when you come out to unknown places. Could be terrible, could be good, I don't know. All right, well, just saw our first suspect. He's actually still down there. He's coming in from the side here. Or this could be a different one, I don't know. It's kind of our first sign of life here. As evening begins to roll. That's a good fish too. He's long, moving real slow right on the bottom. That's our first sign of life. The sun's not quite to that prime time window. Everything I know about this place is like it's a lot of, morning, evening type bites. Which obviously the water's just gin clear, but sat here for maybe like an hour and just nothing. Now we've marked fish. It could go down. It's so easy to lose hope sometimes on these. And you come out, you set up, and you're on a big spot, you know nothing, and you're just like, nothing's going to happen. But tonight we're just going to hunker down here and kind of hope that we fish through this prime time and at least learn something and catch a couple. Good sign, though. It's 2 of them, I think. Yeah, there is 2 of them. It's a big fish. They're showing up, baby. And they look big. Oh, dude, they're all of a sudden they're coming in. It's gonna go down here.
Come on. Come on. You got it. You just gotta bite it.
Dang it, dude. This is a really good sign, though. This is a really good sign, though. All of a sudden, just seeing a whole bunch of stuff going on. I haven't had a bite yet, but that window's just kind of kicking off. And it's confirmed that we are in a spot that has definitely some good-sized walleyes. I would assume soon we're going to see a flag go up. Or we're going to catch one jigging, but it was literally like on the dot. The second that sun started getting a little bit low, all of a sudden, fish showing up. Just need a couple of those bites. Because we're going to catch a lot of fish.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, guys, we got our first... Guys, we got our first potential bite here of the evening. Oh my gosh, it's spinning too. Come on, walleye, come on. It's just beautiful outside. All right. Now, we've seen definitely some big fish on the graph. On, right there. He like came back at me, and then I thought I was tight, but I wasn't fully tight when I set the hook. It stings a little. You see some of the marks, and you like realize what could actually happen out here. And then you do that. It's not a good feeling. But hey, we just got a bite. I mean, we're in this for the long haul. We're on solid ice. I'm not worried about being in by dark. Just had a good bite. Seeing fish on the graph, every 10 minutes one comes through. Just got to stay with it now. Because we're going to catch a lot of fish.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
You have a good night. Well, folks, here's the real deal. I feel good about the fish we saw. Only had one bite. That was a little frustrating, but I feel good that at least for like the first little bit of fishing, we were around fish. I think tomorrow we can build upon that, but I've been building up an insatiable hunger over the last several hours, and I just dropped $50 bills at Culver's. How can two men eat $50 worth of Culver's? I'm not sure if they can, but we're about to find out. So we're gonna go back and get completely gluttonous, strip down to the long underwear, throw some on TV, charge my electronics, and
Turn right onto US 2 West.
get back after it tomorrow morning. At least that's the plan for now.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto 3rd Avenue North.
Because we're gonna catch a lot of fish.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. We got cracks moving around. See, this one's getting slushy here. Still good ice under it. At some point here, this spud bar is just gonna go through more than likely. Oh, it's pretty solid actually. A little slushy, not terrible. You want to walk across, cameraman?
Sure.
All right. Just check your spud. It's all solid ice. Just don't step, obviously, right where the crack would be. You good with that?
Yep.
You rolling? Now obviously you don't do that with anything that has wheels on it or a short track. And obviously I probably just don't condone any of that activity, but the nice part obviously about a snowmobile is if you check these cracks, and at least if you just only have a short gap. Now one could say like this could blow out, the ice is pretty locked in, not to say that couldn't shift at some point today, but it's miles and miles long, so I feel good we'll be able to find a way off the ice. Onward. Day 2, just getting set up in the dark. A little colder day, which is good. Trying a different spot. We were just gonna go back to where we saw those fish last night, which you could definitely do, but you can't get locked down to one spot on the first day of the trip. So we're moving around, trying some new similar type spots. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Getting tip-ups out now, gonna be jigging soon. It's fast paced, we're on the go. Let's make it happen. All right, folks, well, there's plenty of fish all over. It's clearly a pretty fickle little body of water. Or should I say big body of water? We do have a flag up though. Had one other flag, fish dropped. We're just kind of waiting for something to happen, you know? Like sometime if you just spend enough time on these fish, like they're gonna pop off. We just gotta be here when that happens. Could be today, could be next week. I don't know. Could be right now. On, right there. Our first one. We got a fish on. This one's not gonna be super big. It's not gonna be one of those tanks we've been marking. It is gonna be a walleye though. I can tell you that. Oh yeah, beautiful fish. There we go, baby. There we go, Mitchell. It's not the giant we came for, but when you're running the mill fish are just gonna be stocky 20 inches like that, life is good. There we go. Our first one of the trip. You know, when we film all these things, we're like, you know, a lot of times we'll just come out, find the fish, and then like all right, tomorrow we're filming. Figured we'd do this a little bit different. Knew when we were going to be up against kind of a finicky bite, low numbers type fishing, we're like, let's just film a video where we show them the ins and outs of the whole thing. And today we're fishing a different spot than we were yesterday. Beautiful walleye right there. And but it's a similar kind of spot. A lot of times if you find fish on a spot, obviously you fish a whole bunch of similar type spots. And that's what we're on right now. We're gonna get baited up because I don't know how long these little morning windows last where these fish are kind of like running around like this. Feels good, baby. We did it, Mitchell. We got one. We caught a fish. Now we just need to work on that big bite. Finally got one, Mitchell. Holy cow, are we seeing a lot of fish. Finally, dude, we are seeing so many fish. They're just real fickle. Not gonna be a giant here, but man, does it feel good after coming to a new place and starting to get it going on. Oh man, you know, come January, we're gonna be on this trip for a whole bunch of days. But come January, you know, late January into February, so many places start slow and the bite just slows down. Fish's metabolism is slow. Pressure slows those fish way down. And sometimes it's the small things. We're here for a whole bunch of days. But so far, came out last night, found a bunch of fish, came back out today, built on the pattern, and got a couple to go. We're big fish hunting. These aren't our giants that we came here for, but it's a win. And that one came on the old purple gold sidewinder. I've been mixing up between that and shivers. I'll get him popped off here. Come on, bud. There we go. Beauty right there, huh? Beautiful dark gold Great Lakes walleyes, my friends. I don't really know where this video's going or how it's been so far, but I'm having a good time. Honestly, when I know I'm on big fish water and I'm getting a few of these, you know, quality 20 inchers and seeing those big ones, I can spend a lot of time out here fishing because I know I'm around the right kind of stuff. Sun's coming up, day 2 of a multi-day trip. We're on a pile of fish. Whew. Confidence is back, baby. Confidence is back. Fish on right there. On the dead stick. On the dead stick, baby. I don't know, he bit really fast. Not to say a Great Lakes walleye can't move at a breathtaking speed, but we don't want northern pikes, but we'll take the fishes that bite. Finally got one to eat the dead stick. Guessing he's got it more than adequate here, based on the speed in which he came up and bit that thing. On. Right there. Feeling good. Starting to get like real big fish vibes here. Don't want pike, obviously. Don't want pike. Want big walleye. Hasn't done enough to tell me it's a pike yet. Big head shakes, though.
Oh, I just caught a glimpse.
Was it gold?
I couldn't tell. I think it's a big walleye.
Come on, bud. Got to get that live pole and your other line out of the water. Because when they get up under the ice. Pike, pike, pike,
Oh,
pike, 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 pike.
I thought it was a big walleye at first.
I was going to say, he bit going really fast, but hey, for a morning window, baby, we're catching fish.
It's like a pike.
We're catching fish. These Great Lakes, you'll get some giant pike at times. This isn't one of them. This is just a nice one. Come here, buddy. Of course, you're going to be all wrapped up coming up the hole. There you are. There you be. There you be. Oh, he's angry. He's angry. Get out of the hole, buddy. Of course, you can't hardly grab him. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Nice one.
Oh, here we go.
Nice fat pike.
Walleyes, pike. We are on the fish, boys. And it feels good. After yesterday, just kind of showing up late and not being around. I mean, we saw plenty of fish, just not getting to bite. It is good to put a stretch in the old string this morning. There we go. Walleyes, pikes, you name it. We're catching fish. I'm digging it. Oh, there we go. They're carrying some weight too, just like the old Walters. Get back down there, buddy. Well, there we go. For a quick little morning outing, learning the body of water. That is, we're not off to a bad start. We're definitely around fish. These fish are obviously just real fickle. The walleyes are anyways. And a lot of times just getting on fish. I was talking to a buddy who's like just starting to ice fish probably a couple of weeks ago now. And he's like, man, I wish I was better. I wish I was really good at ice fishing. And I was thinking about that. And I was like, a lot of times I think the difference between like someone who's really good in a boat and just kind of like average in a boat, it can be like miles at times because there's so many different ways to fish. Ice fishing, the difference between someone who's like really good at catching fish through the ice and someone who's like average at catching fish through the ice is this the difference of being on fish. Because there's only so many ways you could fish through an ice hole. So the fact that we're on fish is good, especially on a system this big. Now we just got a couple days to play around and make our big fish bite. Don't do that to me, buddy. On, baby. That's a walleye if I've ever seen one come in.
He just kind of sat there and then
He did.
shot.
Just had current switch. Moving some fish around. It's a nice fish. Dude. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. Don't lose them here. Don't lose them here. Come on, get up the hole. Get up the hole. Yes, baby. Oh, man. It's always a little bit sweeter when you work for it, my friends. Look at that. Beautiful walleye right there, man. If there's a better Clearwater lure than that one right there, I've kind of been going back between a big purple shiver and this, and just seen so many fish. You just got to go with your absolute ultimate Clearwater confidence bait. 1/4 ounce ice winder in the purple and gold. And that was the deal right there, my friends. It's kind of petering out as the morning goes on. We're starting to see less fish, but doesn't matter. We've had a good morning. Pieced it together, my friends. Now we get to just go big fish, giant hunting the rest of the trip. And but it feels good. That was fun. And just beautiful fish, too. Let's let that guy go. I mean, I don't know if life gets much better than that right there. Perfect walleye, man. Oh, I love it. So much of this Great Lakes fishing is about current. We're going to do a big walleye now upload. Talking to everybody, everything we learned basically on this trip since it's a new body of water. I always like to share my experiences with you guys, but current plays such a big role in fishing these reefs or break lines and things like that. And we just had it switch. It went real slack for a while, and all of a sudden it started moving again in a different direction. And sure enough, that fish showed up right away and bit. So, oh, it feels good. It always feels better when you work for it a little bit. Flag up. We got movement. We got movement. Don't be a pike. Be a walleye. Oh, don't like that as much. Not liking that as much.
40-inch pike, baby.
On right there. Definitely got some weight to her.
40-inch pike.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be a pike, but sure was running. Not saying it can't be a walleye. Just waiting for that big long run here at the hole to confirm that's probably a pike. Yeah, a little bit right there. It wasn't a real big run though. I'm basically just trying to talk myself into this could be a walleye. Come on, baby. Where are you? I'm in leader. Getting angry here at the hole. Just want to take a look at you, girl.
Pike.
Is it?
Pike.
Dang it. It is a pike. That's kind of what I anticipated when I saw how much it was running like that. But we'll catch you anyways. Not even that big a one, really, for the Great Lakes.
Really?
They sure are fat, though. There we go. To round out our little morning of fishing with a little pike action on the old tip-up. We'll get him popped off and send him on his way. All right, piker going back. Not the intended species. You can't be mad, though. You know, they're just doing what pike do, eating everything in sight. I'm happy on the walleye front, though. All right, guys, well, there's the morning. Came out, caught some fish. Life is good. Bite's real nichey morning and evening, so pull off in the middle of the day. We're gonna dump some footage, launch this afternoon, go back out and do it again. Hopefully hunt down some big fish. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is kind of almost like a little bit of a behind the scenes, like, hey, here's what happens on a lot of these trips. Very rarely at a body water this size do you just show up and start catching fish. It's always a little bit of a process. Either the fish are finicky, you're not on them, whatever it might be. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. A little bit of a last half of yesterday and first little bit of today. And now we get to go play around the rest of the day hunting some big ones. So stay tuned for more content. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you on the next one, because we're gonna catch a lot of fish.
Oh, okay.